cats are fucking gay. No, don't get me wrong. I mean that in the most middle school bully sense possible, right? I mean, every cat I just try to push over the edge of suicide. Fucking pussy! No, I'm a dog person, and talk about pets who look like their owners, right? I got a dog at home, and this little guy's shaped like a log, his hair's falling out, his tail's short and crooked, spitting image. And I'll just say this, I love the way that dogs look at the world. I love the way they approach things, because when you think about it, when you first meet somebody, if you like the way their asshole smells, then you're probably going to like everything else. Just cut to the chase. So anyway, we already established you're all good people, right? So now, can we all just be like assholes for 10 minutes, please? All right, thank you. So I'm recently married, which is awesome, because that means I don't have to date anymore. Because dating's the fucking worst. That's probably the primary reason why I got married, because I don't want to peruse strangers and awkward excursions anymore. No, dating's kind of the worst for guys like me that are way on the nerdy end of the spectrum. I don't think a girl knows exactly what my intentions are when I take her out on a date. She's probably sitting there fantasizing the whole time, man, I can't wait to get this guy back to my place so he can fix my fucking computer. I think nerdy guys, we're just not sexually aggressive enough. A lot of these guys are way too sexually aggressive. I got a buddy I was out with the other night, and these two attractive young women walked by, and he turns to me and he's like, yo, I would fuck both those girls at once. And I had to be yeah, I would try. Yeah, let's see how short the fuse is on that chain bomb. That's a great idea. I don't even know how that would work. Would one apology cover them both? Is it one blanket or two separate? I don't know. I got one buddy, and I think he's a little too sexually aggressive. I don't think he's a date rapist. But I did hear him tell someone he was going to throw a surprise party in their pants later. And that's just the cleanest rape joke you'll hear all night. I know one guy, I won't even hang out with him anymore, okay? This guy's a creep. He came to me and told me about an idea he had for an app. And it's basically just Tinder for pedophiles. It's called Kinder. Stay with me. No, I'm just not like that. I'm not that type of guy, I love the married life, especially because we just got back from our honeymoon, which was amazing. We went to Hawaii. What are any of you doing in New York? Are you serious? That shit's a state you can move to. You're fucking insane. No, and one thing I didn't realize about Hawaii was that a lot of the women on the beach tend to wear thong bikinis. It's normal for them. We don't see that here in the Northeast, right? And it was crazy because I even saw an Asian girl wearing a thong, and it just confused me because at first I was like, who tied a rope around that 2x4? Is that stickly, or what's going on there? I was so confused that later I tried to Google Asian butts. Nothing came up. Listen, I'm not going to sit up here and rip on Asian people all night, okay? I'll get to black people. Now listen, my wife is black, all right? My wife is black, as I'm sure you assumed by looking at me on stage. But it's great because that means I'm officially allowed to do black jokes now. I've got all the papers signed off and ready to go. Now, it's a little different, though, because she's actually here from Africa. She moved here from the country of Ghana about 5 years ago. And I think she's starting to pick up on some of the subtly racist bullshit that's going on in our country. We were watching a scary movie the other day, and it finally clicked with her. She's like, wait a second. Why does the black guy always die first in these things? It makes no sense. He runs faster, he spooks more easily. This is unrealistic. And it was great because she said that while we were watching the movie with my family. And my younger brother, as inquisitive of a man as he is, he had to be like, well, I wonder why that is. Why is it that black people run so much faster than white people? Why is that? And I think I gave him the right answer. Because they have to. Remember, we've got clearance. Anyone who didn't laugh, you're correct. Jesus is waiting for you outside. The rest of you coming. No, so she's from Africa. She has to deal with our American ignorance toward African culture because we don't know about African culture, right? We get asked the stupidest questions. The other day, somebody actually said this. Somebody asked, so, did you live in a house? Which was so offensive because she didn't. But people always ask her, right? What was it like growing up in Africa? And she just fucks with them. It's great. She's like, well, you see, as a baby, I was an orphan because I'm from Africa, and all babies in Africa are orphans. We don't know where babies come from in Africa. They just show up at the orphanage. When I got a little older, my evil uncle convinced me I was responsible for my father's death, so I fled to the jungle and befriended a talking meerkat and warthog. Just typical African lifestyle. Nothing special. Then as an adult, I was lucky enough to get a job as a servant in the kingdom of Zamunda, where I personally got to wash Eddie Murphy's penis. Checking everything off the list, that's our entire knowledge base of African culture right there. But no, I think she was actually raised better than anyone I've met here, in Africa, because she grew up in the Catholic Church, which is incredible to me because I not gone to a day of church in my life, right? So when the time finally came and she asked me if I would start going to church with her, I had to explain to her, baby, that's like asking a person who has no genitals to go to an orgy. I just don't have whatever it is. It makes this enjoyable for all of you, but I can give you a ride. I can't participate in any of this. Right? But now she's great. She always calls me out on my bullshit, She's totally honest with me. It's great. Even when it comes to really sensitive things, awkward things. Guys, we put girls in awkward positions all the time, right? And here's one thing every guy does. Every one of us will do this. When we're with a woman, at some point, we have to ask them what they think about the size of our penis. Which is really weird because I think a penis is the only object on earth that you can have an opinion about its size. Everything else can measure it. You look at the number, that's how big it is. End of story. Right? Now, just think about how weird it would be if you were out furniture shopping with your woman, she laid down on a couch, and she said, I know this couch is 5 feet long, but it feels like it's 7. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. And I don't think it's fair that guys have this sort of stigma around a number, because we don't really have a way to measure girls like that. Unless you got a dipstick. But we always ask girls these questions, and we always get the most bullshit answers, and we deserve them, right? I think my favorite thing that I've heard is, it's just right. It's just right. It's just right because you're the Goldilocks of dicks, right? fucking Goldilocks. So you fucked a black guy and an Asian guy before you settle on this one gold part. But no, she doesn't fuck around. She doesn't bullshit with me, all right? She's totally honest. So when the time finally came, and I'm like, it's a good son, Daddy. She's like, it's okay. And I didn't get it at first, but then it hit me that was the first time a woman has ever answered that question completely honestly, man. And because of that fact, this was the single greatest compliment I've ever gotten sexually. It was like a wave of relief came over me. I was like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay! Everybody, it's okay! I had no idea for the longest time whether or not it was okay. Now I know. All right, thanks a lot, guys.